Hi everybody, welcome to Lockdown 2 video diary number 6, 6th day into it. Much the same as every other these days really, I suppose. I did say at the end of yesterday's video, which took an age to get loaded on, it crashed, and then it was, first of all I edited it wrong and I doubled something up, so I had to redo it, and then it took forever to load, so it was on late last night it went on. So apologies for that. I'll try and get them on as soon as I can in the day. I was going to throw some big pots today, but I don't feel like it, so I'm not going to. I'm a grown up, I can do what I want. So today is some turning. I'm turning these textured tea bowls. So that's today's video. Here it is. These have gone a bit too far. They'll still turn all right, but they're a bit dry. I left the dehumidifier on overnight. I think I've just caught them in time. Some places in China, Jingdezhen I think it is, where they actually turn porcelain bone dry. It's a bit of a health hazard, that. I've seen videos of them when they're not wearing masks. Just caught these. I've just caught these in time. It's an old turning tool, it's got bits of wood shoved in it. It's a tried and trusted one. It's getting a bit blunt, I might have to sharpen it. Problem with having this slip on the outside is it's a bit uneven. Do some one more for you. I hate it when you get that that rubbing noise. It drives you nuts. You see there the thickness of the slip on the outside of here. Gives it a really nice sharp line there. A nice contrast between the roughness of the slip and the edge of this part. Quite like that. Just undercut this like I'd always do with all the Nuka pots, the Nuka glazed pots. There's a tendency for it to run, and it catches in here if it runs a bit too much. This Nuka glaze is fantastic, but to get the cobalt to run nicely inside the glaze, you have to get it to just the right temperature and then hold it just for a little bit so it starts to run inside the glaze. But if you just overcook it a little bit, it sags and splits from the rim. I mean, it's nice having a glaze. It's alright. I mean, I'm pretty free with my glaze recipes, people can have them. But it's how you use them and how you fire them that makes all the difference. What works in my kiln doesn't always work in everyone else's. So, if you get a recipe from someone else, always test it, obviously. See if it works for you. I got a recipe from someone, I won't say who, and fantastic on their pots. Tried it in my kiln, absolute rubbish. Terrible. But there you go. This is it, lucky last. That one's a bit better. This one's been in the middle of the pile. It's amazing when you're drying pots. It's always best to, if you've got them on a board, it's best to twirl the board around and move them. Of course, pots in the middle of the board don't dry out as fast as the ones on the outside because they're surrounded by pots full of water. Pots with water, if you know what I mean. It's also important to, when you've got bowls, don't let them overlap the edge of the board because the rims dry quickly and it distorts them. So if you've got a nice wide bowl, always put it on a wide board, don't put it on a thin board. These are things you learn the hard way. That's just about right, that one. That one might even take a stamp. The other ones I'll have to just draw it on with oxide. Quite a nice one. That's what I mentioned. What's the one I mentioned in the previous video? Little bits that happen when you put in the slip on. It's a nice pot, that. That's it. All done for the day. This is what I was just saying about pots hanging over. You should never dry your pots with on thin boards. What happens is there's more air around this bit here, and they will shrink quicker and make it oval and twist. So it's always best to make sure that you've got board either side and then turn them. You go around turning all your pots. These under here. This one here is a lot drier than this one, you see, so what we'll do is just spin that board around. The reason that one was dry is because over here is the dehumidifier, so it's obviously sucking the dampness away. That's it, little tip. Okay, that's it for today's video diary. Not a lot done today in the studio. It's a Sunday. Try and take it a bit easier. Try and catch up on housework. You don't want to watch me doing that. And that's it. Today's t-shirt is a very impressive one. This was a gift from my friend Robert Trent in America. Hello, Robert. And on the back there's a pretty impressive dinosaur. There you are. Very kind man. So Big up to Robert, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye.